Podcast topic, take one. If you're thinking about starting a podcast, this is the first video of my video series, Let's Launch the Pod. In this video, we're talking about podcast topics. And instead of simply handing you a list of topics and ideas for your podcast, I thought it would be more valuable to take you through the specific framework I use with my clients and students to help them find topics that not only resonate with their personal interest and professional expertise, but also appeal to a wide audience and have a strong monetization potential. And I know that some of you are thinking, but Veronica, I want to talk about 10 different topics that interest me in various life experiences for everybody. But I want you to be more intentional and follow the steps I will share with you in this video, because having this generalized approach to something so important like the topic of your podcast can make it very hard for you to get listeners, grow your show, and make money if that's one of your goals. Okay, let's get started. I'm Veronica, and I am the content marketing director and instructor in our programs. My job is to help you make a podcast that attracts the right audience so you can hit your personal and business goals. And if you're a business owner, this is a great time to start a podcast to educate prospects about what you do, become a trusted authority in your industry, and connect with your customers. If you're interested in learning more about how podcasting can help you grow your business, go to podcastingsmart.com and sign up for my mini course, Idea to Podcast Simplified. I'll also leave the link in the description. Step 1, define your goals. The first step in my process involves a simple yet critical question I pose to my clients. Why do you want to start a podcast? I literally have them write down the reasons or the objectives they have for their podcast. It's very different to launch a podcast for your business to help you sell more of your offers than launching a podcast for fun or as a passion project. If your podcast's main goal is to help you grow your business, then your topic is meant to educate your prospects and generate demand for your services. You want to talk about your prospects' problems or their current state and position your services or products as the solution to their problems or as a way to achieve their goals. You want to talk about what you know and establish your expertise to grow your credibility and position yourself as an expert in your industry. You can answer the questions and concerns somebody who is about to invest in your services has. Those are the kind of episodes you want to make for your podcast. If you're launching your podcast as a passion project, then you want to choose topics that are relevant and in high demand. A topic that you feel passionate about and enjoy having conversations about so much that recording content is effortless and it comes out of your pores. Like literally. Maybe you're into politics or social issues, or you may want to share your fitness journey, weight loss journey, or your journey as a law school student, or you want to interview CEOs because you are a brand new entrepreneur and you want to learn from other CEOs. When you have clarity about the main objective of your podcast, choosing a topic is easier. So take pen and paper or open your laptop and start making a list of your reasons why you want to start a podcast. And if you feel like sharing them, drop them in the comments. Step 2, how are you going to measure your ROI or return on your investment? This is the second question I ask my clients when they have a topic in mind or are in the process of finding the right topic. How you measure the ROI you expect from your podcast has a huge impact on your topic. For example, let's say that you are a business owner and you measure your podcast ROI by the number of clients you are signing up that are coming directly from your podcast. Then it's a no-brainer that the topics that you should talk about in your podcast should be moving your prospect along the buyer's journey until they become a client. But for my podcast enthusiast who wants to have a podcast for reasons other than getting clients and making sales, how do you measure your ROI? Well, maybe you want to measure your ROI by the technical skills you will be able to learn producing a podcast like audio and video editing, or using recording gear. Or maybe the way that you'll measure your ROI is the confidence that you gained that you didn't have before talking into the microphone or performing in front of a camera. Or the different opportunities that will come directly from your podcast, like networking opportunities or speaking opportunities. Or maybe your ROI is like one of our clients' ROI that was memorializing the stories of her elderly parents and preserve them for future generations. In her podcast, she interviewed her parents who passed away later on. If her ROI was to get enough attention to her podcast so she could get Netflix or Hulu to make a series or a movie about those stories, then her approach to the topic of her show would have been serialized in chronological order with more storytelling elements and sound design instead of just casual conversations. What do you think? Are you following? Drop all of your questions in the comments. Step number 3 in my framework is to use the answers I got from the previous 2 steps and do keyword and market research to develop a list of topics. I call this data-driven topics because instead of guessing if somebody is out there interested in my topic and launching a podcast and hoping for the best, the spray and pray technique, you use tools to find what your audience is searching for online, meaning what they are typing on Google or what videos or tutorials they're searching for on YouTube. Using this strategy has 2 advantages. The first one is that you will have a list of highly searched topics, so you know that there's an audience waiting for your podcast. The second advantage is that your podcast will have a better chance of being suggested to your audience on those same search engines in case you're planning on posting your podcast on YouTube, which I highly recommend, and even better if you are planning on making a video podcast. My research goes even further than this, but if you only do this, you are going to be on your way of choosing a winning topic idea. But if you really want to seal the deal and make sure that you are settling on the best possible topic, we can't stop here. We need a little more research. So step number 4 in my framework is to use AI tools and really get to know your audience. AI tools like ChatGPT can be a great source of topic ideas for your podcast. But if you don't give AI context, then you'll get generalized answers that won't be helpful at making a podcast that will be unique, that your audience will fall in love with. But if you give ChatGPT all the information that we have gathered so far in this video, like your goals and the return on your investment from your podcast, and the list of keywords that we found in step 3, then ChatGPT will get to work and spew some great topic ideas for you. And finally, make it a priority to meet with people in your audience, either one-on-one or host a Zoom event, and ask them questions about their struggles, whether they feel stuck, and their goals and dreams, and all the information that you can get from them. These conversations with your ideal listeners will provide insights that will help you find the perfect topic and make a great podcast that they will listen to and subscribe. Now that you have a framework to find the perfect topic or list of topics for your podcast, another important step is to choose a podcast host. Podcast hosting service is what you will use to upload your audio files after they are edited, upload descriptions, and your podcast cover art and any other information about your podcast. Your podcast hosting service also will do the distribution to the major podcast players like Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and you will have access to data and insights about your specific audience, and it will provide tools for you to monetize. And in video number 2 of this series, I take a deep look and compare the best podcast hosting services to help you decide which one is best for you. Go watch it.